supposed to happen. Hold on, I just knocked over all the retiring colors. All right, let me just get this a little bit straighter and give you guys a chance to log on. All right. I've got a lot to show you tonight. I am not going to be making any card projects or 3D. I'm just going to be going over my last minute push for my host code. I have, let's see, how many classes have I had in the last week? I had my retreat. Before that, I had my senior center class, and I just had a class last night. So I've got a lot of cards to show you guys what we made over the weekend and at my other classes as well. I thought you guys would be interested in that. And also I'll be going over the retiring colors and showing you or talking about the new names of the new colors. So I'll just give you guys a second to log on, and I've got to get my laptop up and going as well. So just bear with me here. All right, I see that I'm live, and I just need to pull this a little bit closer to my, okay. All right, I'm still trying my new location in my craft room, and it still looks like I've got shadows down here. So I apologize about that. So hopefully I can fix that once I get my room back to normal. It's just been really crazy with so many different classes going on. So let us know where you're watching from. We always like to know who's on board here. Give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share my video if you choose to do that. It does help my YouTube algorithms. Hello, Carla. I hope you are well. And I hope you were able to take a look at the new catalog coming up. I know we can't show it, the inside, but I'm going to be talking about the color charts. I've got the color charts with me, and also the retiring products as well. All right, so we're going to go over my host code. It does expire on the 31st, which is tomorrow. I'm on live here March 30th and 2023, of course. And when you are using my host code, I am actually doubling the surprise gifts now. So I'm not doubling the amount that you need to order, but I am doubling the surprise gifts. Now that I know what is going to be in the catalogs and what is not, or at least I have a copy of the new annual catalog, I can look through everything that I have, and I will be sending it out for those who purchase the order through this host code. And of course, if your order is $150 or more, there's no need to put in that host code. This is the URL right here. You could take a snapshot of it. This will directly head you to my website along with embedding the host code, so you don't need to type in that long code there that I didn't come up with. Stampin' Up comes up with the unique code. So just to go over this really quickly, a $35 product order you will receive 2 surprise gifts. Let me grab a pen because I can just take this and go to, oh, this is not a good pen here. Hold on. This was one of my retreat pens, Sweet Peach. Remember the, I don't remember what the name of the paper was, but it was peach. I found these peach pens on Amazon, and I thought they went really well with my first ever retreat. So anyway, you'll receive 2 there, and then a $50 product order. You will receive 4 surprise gifts. A $75 product order, you get 6, 100, 8, and then 125, you'll get 10 surprise gifts. So it really kind of pays for itself. It's basically a buy one, get one if you ask me. But anyway, surprise gifts are now doubled when you use my host code, which is right there. Ends tomorrow, so don't forget about that. All right, the next thing we'll go over, let's see, what do I want to do next? Kind of running on the fly because I've got my retreat that I need to get out. I really want to get it out tomorrow, but that's not going to happen because I'm working tomorrow. But I think what I'll do is go over the retiring, they're not retired yet. And then we'll move on to the new colors, and then I'll show my cards next. So let me kind of put these over here. I just printed this out on my printer. The colors, when I print out my colors on my printer, they don't, they're not 100%. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit here. Whoa, that's too much. Okay, so I did grab my ink pad so we can go over these. But we've got, now I'm looking at this chart, and the ones that I'm kind of sad about, number one, Evening Evergreen. You guys know that is my favorite green. I do hope it does come back in the future. I would say the next favorite color would be, it's really hard because I've been working with Mint Macaron and Pale Papaya and Rich Raspberry. I would say Soft Suede, only because it's it's not like that deep, dark, even early espresso. It's kind of in between crumb cake. And so I would say number 2 is Soft Suede. And then my final top 3, it's really hard because I really like So Saffron because it's a light matte kind of look or appeal to me. But I also do like Bermuda Bay. So if I had to go with it, I probably would choose So Saffron, because I actually used it in a class last night, and I'll show you one of the card examples, and it really looks nice. So those are my top 3 colors that I will miss the most. So Evening Evergreen, number 1, number 2 is Soft Suede, and number 3 is So Saffron. So we'll go over the ink pads a little bit closer so you can see the true colors, and hopefully you can see this and I'm not like in the shadows of everything. But here's your Bermuda Bay. It's kind of like that ocean blue. This one I'm really not sad about. I rarely used it. You can see that my ink pad is really kind of clean, right? Blushing Bride, I just really did not use it that much. So I'm really not sad that it's leaving. Mango Melody. I don't know. It's kind of that in between, that really bright yellow, fluorescent, yellow and orangey feel. It is nice to use during like fall harvest. And here's the sad one. I always use this color probably in almost every class I have created over the last year, because it's just my favorite and I just can't let it go. I'm going to keep that one for sure. Mary Merlot, I only use this one briefly, maybe at Christmas time. I really like cherry cobbler for Christmas, and they are keeping cherry cobbler, so that's exciting. And Mint Macaron, we use this color at my retreat, I think. Yeah, we did. Let's see, the ice cream cards. So Mint Macaron, it's very familiar with me because we've been using it. It's not one of my top choices and sad about. Pacific Point, I really do like Pacific Point, especially when it's used with So Saffron, because those two colors I think work really nicely together. So Pacific Point. My other stack is Pale Papaya. We use this one a lot too over the retreat, so I'm very familiar recently with using Pale Papaya. And I'm okay with that one leaving. Pear Pizzazz, it's that lighter shade of green that's kind of like a matte color in my mind. Not really sad that it's leaving. And then we got Polished Pink. Now there's so many hot pinks. I think of Melon Mambo. We've got Sweet Sorbet. So, this one can go. It's okay. We've got plenty that we can use. Rich Raspberry, my favorite's Cherry Cobbler and Blackberry Bliss. So I'm super excited that Blackberry Bliss is going to be staying in the color palette. Thank you, Stampin' Up. Sahara Sand. I do like it for I like it better for like sand at a beach rather than a crumb cake because it's got that nice little grayish brown to it. But I'm kind of iffy on that one. Now, here's the So Saffron that is number 3 on my list for such a bummer leaving, but that's okay. We've got some exciting colors coming up, so, and exciting names, of course. Soft Succulent, one of the in colors that is saying goodbye, but you know what? I'm going to guess this one comes back eventually, maybe in the next color refresh, who knows? And then here's the soft suede that maybe it will come back, maybe it won't. All depends on sales, of course. I'm really happy that they're bringing back some of the colors that I already have with the old ink pads, which I'll use, of course, until I get the new ones. But anyway, what is your favorite? Why don't you post in your comment, in the comment bar, what's your top 3 that's retiring? I would love to see what everyone is doing so that we can all kind of compare. So I'm going to look over the comments just to see if there's anything there, and then I will switch over. Let's see. Sorry about that, Teresa. The Evening Evergreen and Soft Suede Before They Retired list came out. Yes, I have 2 packs of the Evening Evergreen. And you know what? It's still available. I don't know if it's still available. I haven't had a chance to check the inventory list today because I worked all day. So I'll take a look at it again. But I do have 2 packs of that. So I'll probably keep that in my basement because I'm going to guess that's going to come back eventually. So number 1, Evening Evergreen. Number 2, Soft Suede. And number 3, So Saffron. So make sure you are commenting in the comment box about your top 3 and what you are going to be sad about leaving. Next up, we're going to go over the color charts. And I like using these. Stampin' Up! Gives these to us as a demonstrator to use. And I'll zoom in a little bit because I don't want you guys to not see everything here, and it's very, very hard. Let me just wait for my laptop to catch up because I still think I'm too far away. That's really close, but I'll try my best. There's 10 sheets here, and so I'm going to highlight the new names going across. Now, what this is, it's kind of like a color coach. So Stampin' Up! Will say Cherry Cobbler. Well, Cherry Cobbler is the base color. And what are the best coordinating colors that go with Cherry Cobbler? We've got Boho Blue, which is a new color, right? Pecan Pie, that's new. And then in this color scheme here, we've got Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, and Crushed Curry. So you see how that goes, crossed. Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, and Mossy Meadow. Now, they did suggest a lighter blue, but I bet Night of Navy, because our colors coordinate so nicely together. Night of Navy is not in here, but if you put these 3 colors plus Night of Navy together, a Night of Navy will go. All right, so that is a returning color. I'm going to highlight the ones that are new for you. Real Red. I only use Real Red basically at Christmas time. Poppy Parade. That's a color I kind of use in the summer. Sweet Sorbet. That's our in color, so that's going to stay one more year. And then the Melon Mambo. So on the bottom here, you can see what color families they will belong in. So they're going to be switching up our color families as well. So on this page, we've got the Regals, and we've got the Brights, and we've got the in colors. So that's page. There's no new colors here, right? So let's switch over to the next page and see what we have. Flirty Flamingo. I do like that one. I do use that one quite a bit. Petal Pink. I've been using that quite a bit lately because one Stampin' Up! Has, I don't know, they brought out Balmy Blue and Petal Pink, and a lot of demonstrators have been using it. So I guess I got on board with that. Calypso Coral, that's been around for a while. That was one of the colors that I used for Max and Avery's wedding invitations in their bridal, what was it? I don't know. Bridal shower. I think I've got them up on my wall still. So then we've got copper clay. So that is a new color. Copper clay. Sorry, that is like really squeaky. All right, like the name. I don't know if you've ever noticed with Stampin' Up! Colors, there are two words and they begin with the same letter. So C, copper, and clay, C. So copper clay. That one looks like it's going to be a little bit more like rustic compared to Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze is right here. I'm sorry, you can't see this. This is like so hard to do here. I got to fix my light. All right, so that's that page. So we've got copper clay so far. And now we've got another new color, which is called wild wheat. All right, that one reminds me a little bit of cinnamon cider, which we've had a while back. I like how it goes with the old olive and blackberry bliss. That looks really, really nice. And here's another one, berry burst. We had that color a little while ago. And then pumpkin pie stays, crushed curry stays, Daffodil Delight stays. One of my downlines, Patty, that's her favorite color. So I'm sure she's jumping up for joy. Lemon Lolly. So far, I've been able to say every single new name correctly. You can see my printer does not do a great job. So I will have these printed out at a local store so they're a little bit better once I have a little bit more time on my plate. All right, they're going to be keeping soft Seafoam, which is right here. That's that lighter, I call that kind of like a wedding color for some reason. It's just that really light minty green. Lemon Lime Twist. Guess what? We had that one a little while ago, so I'm pretty sure I have that ink pad and maybe some of the paper as well. Parakeet Party. That's that really bright green. I'm really shocked that they're keeping Granny Apple Green. I know it's a little bit darker, but boy, they are so close in my eyes. So I'm really, really surprised about that, but I do like the word Granny Apple Green. You know what? Why didn't that be a green? A G, right? Granny Apple Green. I don't know. Is Granny Apple? That's not one word. That's three words right there. So I don't know the story behind that one, but we'll go with it. Old Olive is another one of my favorite greens, of course. Mossy Meadow, that used to be a favorite color of mine until Evening Evergreen came along. They're keeping Garden Green, which is really nice to use at Christmas time, along with Shaded Spruce. Oh, Pretty Peacock, sweet. This one's coming back as well. It's a really nice blue. So I would say that kind of takes over for Pacific Point. Lost Lagoon is another nice blue color. Looks like they're adding a few different blues as well. All right. We still have some more. Coastal Cabana they're going to be keeping. Pool Party. I really like Pool Party. It's just that nice soft blue color that really goes nicely with Mint Macaron, but of course that one's leaving us. Balmy Blue. I've been using that quite a bit lately as well, especially in my retreat. Tahitian Tide, of course, that is was an in color. Azure Afternoon. I think I said that right, but you guys can tell me if I didn't. Azure. I don't know if I said that correctly or not. If you know how to pronounce it, let me know so I can do a better job if I'm not. So we've got another one there. Misty Moonlight. Very nice. That is a color that's coming back. Misty Moonlight. Again, Patty, I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with that one as well. Boho Blue. That was our die cutting machine. So if you're not aware, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that did not order or the Boho Blue on the pre-order, there are some left, and demonstrators will get to order that. So if you're a demonstrator and you didn't know that, you have the opportunity to purchase the boho blue. If there's any left over, they will go out to customers. The price is $63, so I'm just giving you a little hint. The die cutting machines are going up in price. I won't tell you what, because I actually haven't looked at the catalog. I just remember that from a video I watched. So if you're looking for a die cutting machine, you should purchase it now. Just want to give you a heads up. Blueberry bushel. I saw that one in my basement as well when I was looking for something out this weekend. So that is coloring. Oh, that actually goes more like with Pacific Point. So that's a color that's coming back that I'm familiar with. And here's the Night of Navy and Starry Sky. Starry Sky was a really favorite of my retreat. Oh, and actually last night's class as well. We spritzed with Starry Sky, and I'm going to show you the card that we made last night with spritzing technique. Okay, Orchid Oasis. I'm testing my brain right now. It is like on like, I don't know, 36 hours. Who knows? I think that's new. No, that's not. Sorry. We'll cross that one off. That is not. That's an in color. It's right there, Karen. Highland Heather. Love that they're keeping Highland Heather. That's my favorite, like, soft purple color. Gorgeous Grape. I only use that when I really need a bright purple color. And you can see that it goes nicely with the Pumpkin Pie and Blackberry Bliss. And then thank you, Stampin' Up, for keeping Blackberry Bliss. That is one of my favorite top 5 colors. And it's going in the neutral family. Berry Burst. I have that one in my basement too. See, I keep some things, you guys, because you never know when they're going to come back. This is my second color refresh since I've been with Stampin' Up. So I think it was like 7 years ago where they did a color refresh. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can like order all the colors at once. I was a hobby demonstrator, so I just was purchasing for myself, and I didn't. What I did was I always added an ink pad and like a marker or the cardstock that goes with it, and plus a refill. You guys, don't forget to purchase a refill, because if you don't have the ink to replenish your ink pad. So whenever I order a ink pad, I always get a refill as well. So Moody Mauve, new color. And then we've got, of course, Fresh Freesia. That is coming back. That's going to stay. Bubble Bath. That's fun. That one kind of reminds me of Blushing Bride a little bit. I'll be interested to see what that looks like in real life rather than my printer. Early Espresso. That's that deep brown color, kind of like coffee, of course. Pecan Pie. That's new. That's in the neutrals family. Again, down here is where it will tell you what family it is in. And then our last page here, we've got Crumb Cake, which is that nice soft brown pebbled path. It's like a dark, looks like it's a dark gray, kind of like lighter than basic gray. We got Gray Granite, which is that's current right now. Smoky Slate, which is another current color. And we also have Basic Gray. So those are all of the colors that we have here. And we'll go over them one more time. Let me just zoom out so you guys can catch the names. And sorry about that. Okay, so we've got Pebbled Path, Pecan Pie, Bubble Bath, Moody Mauve, Berry Burst. I think you'll like Berry Burst. It is a fun pink color. Blueberry Bushel, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, Azure Afternoon. And then we have Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. Love those colors. I use those a lot. Lemon Lime Twist. Lemon Lolly Wild Wheat. copper clay. I'm sure I'm going to be headed that way. I like that color. And that is it. So let me know, what is your favorite, instead of color this time, let's go with your favorite color name. Out of all those that I just mentioned, what is your favorite color name? Okay, so again, I wanted to tell you that if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up, here is my website that you can sign up under me and be part of the Inspired Daisies team. We have 17, I have 17 level 1s and 2 level 2s, and plus myself. So 17, 18, 19, 20 people on our team, and all are hobby stampers except for myself. So all of my team members have signed up for the 20% discount that you start with. So no, you never should pay retail, right? Don't ever pay retail. Make sure you are always getting a discount for your product, because we need to save our money for other things as well. So never pay retail. And for $99, you can receive $125 worth of Stampin' Up! Products, plus your sales tax. So if you need help with a starter kit, let me know. I did help a couple of my new recruits create their starter kit in the past. During celebration, I signed up 2 people, and most recently I signed up Donna. So I hope you guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I will have this in the description box as well. But if you want the new annual catalog now, a PDF copy of it, you need to be a demonstrator. I saw it today. I've just kind of flipped through it, but you can see everything that's going to be offered tonight if you actually join. So give me a shout. I will be up late until probably 11 o'clock tonight. I'm going to work tomorrow, so I can answer your questions. All right, so let's go with all these cards, you guys. So much fun. And some of them are okay. So I don't color very nicely, so you'll have to disregard my coloring. But let's see, I don't even know if you can get all these on here. Let me zoom back out. Okay. All right, so these are all the cards that we made. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Over the last week, okay? I had my senior center class, which actually, it's not here. Hold on. I got another pile of cards. So they wanted to do this one. I know it's celebration paper that is retired. They picked this class out, so I was happy that they picked this one out, because I really like the Wonderful World stamp set, and I have a ton of those left. So that could be one of your surprise gifts using my host code. But I know you've probably seen these before, but I did want to show you what they picked out for their class. They got to make one of each of these designs, and they also added the DSP to the envelope flap. They did learn the huffing technique. So this is colored on your stamp with a Stampin' Right marker in Orchid Oasis, and then this is Mossy Meadow. And if you don't know the huffing technique, maybe I will show that to you another time. Just let me know in the comments. So that was card number 1. I'm going to get this out of the way because it's distracting when you see everything else. So let me just get this. I love the class we did last night, you guys. I really like that one too. So thank you so much. And of course on the inside, they're pretty basic. People can stamp whatever they want on the inside, but that was the first one. And then you make a difference every day. So that one is using Melon Mambo. And then I think I'm missing a card. I don't think I could find it. Maybe it's in the pile over here, but and here's another one. This has got the Mossy Meadow as the primary cardstock color. So that was one. I know I'm missing it, and I'll probably come across it. All right, so that was my class Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. Then I followed up with my retreat, which had, this was our first class, which is using the, oh my gosh, lightning, what is it? The lightning bug. Oh, what is the name of that stamp set? I haven't unpacked them yet. You guys can let me know. All right, we used the Fancy Flora paper. You guys, that paper, I wish they were keeping it because I could use it every single day. It's just gorgeous, okay? These are really fun, the lightning bugs. I call them lightning bugs. You may call them fireflies. This lantern is exceptional. It die cuts so nice. I never once, when I die cut a lot of these, had this rip. So, I couldn't die cut two at the same time, but because was losing the detail there, but one pass is great. And I use a circle punch here for the Daffodil Delight. I love that our circle punches are coming back, by the way. So they made two of these. We did add, they received Winka Stella in their retreat bag. So everyone had the Winka Stella. They also had a full pack of the Fancy Flora and all the pieces to go with this. And the embellishments were these here. Whatever. I can't remember. So sorry. But if you're a retreat goer out there, you can put those in the comments. And here's another one. I love this one. Here's the Evening Evergreen Lantern. And then we've got some of this little die cut in soft suede. So that's the brown, goes really nice with the greens. So we made two of those with the coordinating envelope. And then this one's really fun too. I wanted to make two traditional cards with the lantern and two that were non-traditional as part of the bundle here. So I pulled in the sunflower dies and used fresh freesia. And of course, fresh freesia is coming back. So that's really nice. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle on that lightning bug, but it's sparkling and it looks really super cool. All right. And then that's another one here. Of course, we made two. And then the final one is, we did quite a bit of stamping on this one. You know, I'm a simple stamper. So this is, it's simple stamping, but I usually don't stamp this much, to be honest with you, on cards. But I really like how it turned out. I used Evening Evergreen and first and second generation ink. And then soft succulent for the, I call that the dust coming off the lightning bugs. And look at this lightning bug. I die cut the wings in copper foil. And then I called that the body or the tail. And that's in Daffodil Delight with Blackberry Bliss. And I did use the pool party ribbon here. It's we wrapped it around twice because once didn't look as good, so we did it twice. On the inside, I just had the scalp contours die cut for a really small space for those that don't like to write too much in a card. So that was day one. Okay, and then the day two is Sharon Milkshake. Now I stuck with the traditional colors that are in the paper, which is that gingham paper here. And some went over like the top and really, really made some really nice ice cream cones and dishes full of really fabulous colors like Flirty Flamingo. If you have the set, try Flirty Flamingo on the this glass here. You will love it. All right, so here's this one. Again, they used Winka Stella. I did use the early espresso, so that spoon would pop. This here, this glass or cup is two-step stamping. One's detail, one's like solid stamp. And You're the Cherry on Top is so fun. These stylish shape dies are staying, so they'll be in the catalog as well for next year. And then we use Sweet Sorbet ink with all the hearts on this one. Of course, coordinating envelope. So we made two of those. And then here's the Balmy Blue. Again, I stuck with what the colors were. I use the stylish shapes quite a bit. And then on the inside, get it? So you're the cherry on top. So I stamped 3 cherries. I was trying to be funny on that one. And I'm really not a funny person, so it might not be funny. Who knows? Here's Night of Navy panel. Got some of Sophie's hair in here, my cat. And this one is fun too. I just really like the blue. It really does pop. And then again, you're the cherry on top. And then here's this one. It's a book binding card. So poor Debbie, she's my helper. I don't know if she's on here tonight. I haven't looked. Oh, I just did see her name. I had her die cut the stylish shape square in the wrong color, soft succulent, and it should have been mint macaron. So she had to die cut some more because it didn't look very good. So we fixed that, and thank you, Debbie, for doing all that die cutting. And the set comes with 3 little hearts, which is kind of fun, and we just kind of sprinkled them all over. And then on the inside, I had our die cut the sweet sorbet hearts there. And of course, there's Wink of Stella on there too. And we wrapped the linen thread. I gave them linen thread. I didn't have any leftover to use for my sample cards, but they did receive a full bolt of the linen thread. I haven't even checked to see if that's actually carrying over. So those are 2 of those cards. And then the last design is this one here. This design, actually, let me see. This design sold me on the the bundle because it's very simple. And for me, I always like to put lots of die cuts on my cards. Like, look at this one. It's got a lot. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 die cuts, you guys. This one doesn't have that many at all. It's got 1 and 2 and 3, and that's it. But look at how stunning that card is. It's super simple and really gives a nice, what's that word I want to say? Something. It just is, I think it's a wow card, and it's simple, and it's a wow card, and there's not much to it, but it really does look really good. And then here's another one here. Okay, and then let's see, our add-on class, which I'm really sad about because the stamp set I used was the best day. This one's retiring, you guys, so if you want it, you need to order it now. If it's still available, I don't even really know if it's available or not, but it's a cling stamp set. I've got a brand new one that I'm going to be giving away on my birthday week. So that will start on Sunday. Yeah, I always do giveaways during my birthday week. So stay tuned. Make sure you're on my email list as well, because you need to be on my email list to qualify, because that's how I draw the names. All right, so retiring stamp set, but we did make some cards. People could add on the order, and it was $23, basically the price of the stamp set, and they got all these kits for free. And they made 4 of these. So I'll go through these really quickly. I kind of like really used a lot of the host paper on this. And again, my coloring skills are not the best, but I do try as hard as I can. Here's the Rich Raspberry die cut, and that's with the Desert Details, which is part of my card club this month. So that was one of the cards. Of course, you can see all the different patterns of paper we used. And the seasonal labels dies, those are no longer available, but I am still using them. This one actually looks like, we'll cover this one up because it's kind of a joke. It looks like St. Patrick's Day, doesn't it? It's supposed to be a cake, but it looks like a hat, unfortunately. But then I made another one with Tahitian Tide Stampin' Blends there. So I like this one a little bit better, but I do like the pattern of this paper. Okay, and then this cat is so fun, you guys. Look at this little cat. Wishing you all the wishes. And on the inside, happy birthday with the fireworks. This is polished pink, by the way. And then here's another one I made as well. My favorite card out of all of them is next, but this is my second favorite one. Okay, and then the last one here is my favorite. It's just a happy birthday card. And on the inside, it's very plain, but I love the flowered paper here with the Starry Sky card base. Okay, here's another pattern. It's kind of a masculine. This one I would say is more masculine. So here's a masculine kind of layout for you. I use the deckled rectangles. I don't know if you can see that underneath there, under the scallop contours, but I wanted a little bit of highlight of the Starry Sky. So that's what that is all about. So that is my add-on class. And then last night I had a class with Parks and Rec. I had 10 people, full class, 2 new stampers, which is awesome. And that senior citizen, or the Thompson Center, the senior center, I had 9 stampers and 7 were brand new, never held a Stampin' block ever in their life. So they had a great time and they want me to come back. All right, so I did use the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. And the reason I did that is because I have stockpiled this paper, you guys. Stockpiled it. And I'm going to be offering a class, and it'll be first come, first serve. I still need to design it. This probably will be one of the cards that I'm going to design, except for I will use different ribbon because this is that's a retired ribbon that I wanted to use up. So just because, and just on the inside, very simple. And this is Rich Razzleberry, so if that runs out, I will use Blackberry Bliss and just change this up. But that flower here is stamped. It's a detailed stamp, and that's Desert Detail Stamp Set, which is my card club. So you can see the one stamp set can go with other paper as well. So I really like this one. Here's a thanks card that we did. Okay. And just on the inside, very quick and easy. I got some deckled rectangles, scallop contours, so I kind of use those dies quite a bit. And here's the splatter card. So this one has 12 layers, you guys. I kind of went overboard, but it's kind of cool. So fresh freesia is the base, and then on the inside, I used scraps. I had so many scraps that I wanted to use them up. So the scraps were 3 3/8 by 12. And they were pieces left over from my list pad crafting kit. And I wanted to use them. So I used almost every single strip I had. And that strip was like probably this high. It was so big. So what we did here is the fresh freesia, which is layered on the next layer up is Starry Sky. Then the next layer up from that is the DSP, which I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a layer there. And then we have a layer of basic white. And then we have the DSP. We also have a doubled butterfly, Starry Sky, and So Saffron. Doesn't that look really nice? Then we have Starry Sky with the basic white strip, happy birthday. And then we got the champagne rhinestones, and on the inside, we've got the white with the DSP and the scallop contours. So what we did with this one is we spritzed. This was white. It was our basic white, just like this. But before they kind of put all of it together, they just put together the DSP that's underneath this white and the die cut white piece. And they had to die cut their piece of DSP. Then they put the circles on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Then we went over to a box that Denise actually had. It was great because it kind of saved the windowsill and having the ink stain the windowsill. But I've never done this technique in class, and I think everybody really liked it. So I'll probably bring this back eventually, but I'll probably be doing another technique soon with them. They really like this technique. So it kind of like this white was like too bright, so it needed something, and I just thought of spritzing for some reason. All right, so that was that one. And then the last one is an Easter card. That was a retired stamp set, but it's my only Happy Easter. And this is that oval that's in the paper. I used a double heart punch, which I need to see if that one's on a retired list or not, with Rich Razzleberry. And here's the So Saffron that is retiring, you guys. So can you see how that looks really nice with the Rich Razzleberry? I think it's spot on. And then I used the heart pearls, just one of them down here in the corner here. That kind of hid, if you stamped it a little bit crooked, by adding on the heart pearl, it didn't look so crooked. And then, of course, everybody had their DSP that they could line their envelopes. And here I stamped Happy Easter. So it all coordinates. So now I have some Easter cards, which is awesome. So those are all the classes I have done over the last week. This is my busiest week. I'm going to count how many card kits I have made, and Debbie's helped me make, and my husband actually too. He was die cutting last night for me until Karen remembered she forgot one of her boxes, and he had to go to my site with my box that I needed for running the class. So I do appreciate him, by the way. But anyway, don't forget about that Best Day stamp set. It's super fun. Birthday, we always like to work, make birthday cards. You can add this. It's $23. Item number is 160798, by the way. And then don't forget about my host code here. And I have doubled all of my surprise gifts. So $35 product order gets you 2. 50 gets you 4, 75 gets you 6, 100 gets you 8, and $125 product order gets you 10. And if it's $150 or more, well, you'll get something else as well. So that's all I have for you. I'm going to look through the comments just to see if there's anything out there. And if not, I am going to start cutting paper for Card Club, or sorting it. It's actually all die cuts are done on a table. So let me just see here if we got anything. Oh, Debbie, Bermuda Bay. Yep, you are right. Lighting the way. Thank you, Carla. My brain is too. Teresa loves too many colors. I think I am too. Let's see. I think that's all I have for comments. Yep. All right. So if you guys have any questions, you can always add them. I don't know as if I can see them. Sometimes I can't, and sometimes I can. But I will put the information about joining Stampin' Up! And my host code information here. It will lead you back to my website here as well. So hit me up if you have any questions. You can email me at Karen@inspiredbygram.com. And I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Catch you later.